Hey y'all, I just wanted to first of all say thank you for those who got a chance to come. For those who didn't, absolutely fine. This is why I'm sending you guys this video. So attached coming up is going to be what happened that night, questions that we've had, any kind of all of the dreams, expectations, and the view and the vision of this ministry. So I hope you can watch it, and if you have any questions, please make sure that you come see me. I will have your papers for you, so if you're getting this and you're like, I didn't make it, life happens, it's absolutely fine, but please come see me on Sunday, or I can somehow drop it off to you throughout the next week. So thank you, and I love you all. So we'll just kind of jump right in. So all of you have this sheet that this is what we're kind of the outline for what I'm kind of hoping and would loving for this to happen. So it's very simple. It's praying every single day, even on the weekends, for our student. Now you should have the About Me, which is their little bios that some have filled out and others have, because we either haven't been able to see them yet or they're not coming to church, which is absolutely fine. Those are just unique tools for you guys to use, but they're not necessity because we're just praying for them. The Lord knows what they need, and so we're just kind of coming up with us. So as the first thing is what we're doing is we're praying every single day, like I said, through the entire school year, even on the weekends. Couple of minutes. I know I've heard a couple people, well, I pray in the morning, I pray in the evening. It doesn't matter when you pray, as long as you just lift up your specific student in prayer every single day. So how you communicate. So what we're asking is, praying, of course, is kind of a conversation with God, but we're also asking if you guys would write them a letter at least once a month. So I'm Megan. Michelle Chrisman is right in the back there. And then Roger Engelby. I'm sorry, I'm totally out of order. So what Michelle and I do is we're the high school and middle school directors. We will be getting those prayer requests that they'll write, but we're also going to encourage our students to write a note to you guys every month. So you'll be getting correspondence throughout the entire year. Something that's happening, extra prayer request, or whatever. And then you guys can either come back and bring, like sending a letter, encouraging notes, asking them maybe something's happened, or checking in and whatever. It's not absolutely necessary for that to happen. We would just love to be able to have that kind of correspondence throughout the year so they can kind of hang on to that. So, yes. So I'm actually going to get to that in just a second. No, you're absolutely fine. So Roger is actually going to be your guys' contact person, your specific contact person. So if you guys have any questions, any concerns, any needing of encouragement, he would be the person to talk to. His email is actually right at the bottom of that page. So he is willing and able to answer all of your questions and encourage you in any way that you need fit. But so when you guys write a letter, half of this fun is you guys know who your student is, but your student doesn't know who you are. So anonymity is kind of essential. So when you write a letter, if you just sign your prayer warrior instead of your name, it'll just add a little spice. I've already talked to some of my middle schoolers and they're like, so who's my prayer warrior? And I was like, well, technically you can't know yet. So they're super excited and they're kind of understanding what we're doing and the importance of it. So to answer your question, Sam Goldhammer is going to be making us a mailbox for upstairs in the lobby. So when you guys have a letter, that's where you will drop it off. And then Roger will either bring that to us or Michelle and I will pick it up and distribute it in what way. So really all you guys need to do, write the letter and put it in that mailbox, and then we'll get it to the correct student. And then how they communicate is, like I said, we're going to be encouraging our students to write you guys, and of course any prayer requests, we always When I end Acts 29, our middle school youth at the end, I'm always like, all right, let's pray. We break off, but we can always do. So we're going to be encouraging our students to send you guys prayer requests, anything specific, like they have a test, they are having issues with some friends, whatever it's going to be, we'll have them write it to their specific prayer warrior, and then we'll put it in that mailbox, and then Roger will be giving that to you.
Wow. I just got work to do.
I know. We're ready for it, though. We're ready for it. So, that's how they will communicate. And then, at the end of the year is, obviously, it's going to be super duper exciting because the students will be so ready to actually get to know you and meet you all for the first time. And there's free food. So, I mean, who really wants to say no to that? So, those details will kind of come out throughout the year. I would love to say we are super planned for a whole year ahead of us and have a date set, but we don't. So, so that'll come out. Yeah, so like I said, I'm super excited about all of that. And then the student bios, a lot of our students that we've had coming back because things are opening up, people are getting a little more comfortable coming back, which is amazing. We're going to be getting more back, which is awesome. But a lot of the students that we've had have not filled out, or we haven't been able to contact them yet. So we have new 6th graders, which some of you have gotten, and then we have high schoolers that some are leaving. So some of these student bios are filled out. And like I said, those are kind of helpful for you guys to just know of like, okay, this is kind of stuff they do. These are their birthdays. And if you like write them a message, of course, we're going to let them know and give that to them. But if you don't have it filled out, it's not a necessity. It's just extra helpful, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of the heart and it's like I said, it's praying for a student every single day. It's understanding, you know, our students, understanding that we are a family. We're not just the adults in the middle school and high school. We are one group coming together and coming alongside in prayer and coming to our Father and be like, all right, God, this is what they need. And so I've seen firsthand how impactful this is. I've had people pray for me my entire life, and I'm sure you guys have at it. And so I'm super excited. So I will open it up to any questions if we have any. Yes?
First of all, I don't have a student.
Okay.
Secondly,
Okay.
Nor do I.
school calendars. Is there a chance we could get the school calendars
The school calendar? Sure.
so we know what they're doing in school or what's happening in schools?
Yeah. Yep, I can get, because like I said, I know there's a couple. And for those who don't have students, we haven't had, we have a list, but we're kind of adding to those. So if you do not have a student, please don't fret. I will get you a student when we kind of get a couple more back and we can kind of, come see me after so I can write your guys' name down and just make sure that you guys are like our first call for when you guys get, when we get our students. Okay?
And when do we start?
So we're gonna start, whenever the first day of school is, so August isn't August about the time most students start school? Yeah, end of August, so, yeah, end of August is probably around the time that we'll get started. Yes?
What range of grades does this?
So this is 6th through 12th.
6 through 12?
6th through 12th, yep. So we have all middle school and all high school.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Yes.
How many children do we have and how many prayer warriors do we have?
So I believe when I did the math, it was actually 44 prayer warriors and 42 students. So that's why a couple didn't have them, and I was like, oh, nuts, but of course. But like I said, people are more coming back. I know I've been in contact with a couple of parents that are like, we're actually interested in looking at faith and kind of coming back. So we'll be adding, prayerfully, we'll be adding more students throughout the year of just, you know, coming back, newbies, oldies, whatever. So, yeah. Any other questions? Comments, concerns? Does everything make sense? Everything kind of clicking with people?
Are
Yeah.
you looking for these letters to be any particular said monthly, but are they gonna be looking for them on the 5th and say, oh, I didn't get one, like in?
No, I don't think we'll be that specific. If you write it at the beginning of the month, great, but if you wait till the next month, till the end or the middle, that's absolutely fine. We're just asking sometime once a month to just send a letter to our warriors, and that are our students, I'm sorry. And that reminds me, gifts. I know some of us are very generous and want to, shower our students with gifts. We're actually going to ask to wait till the very end. If you have anything you would like to give them other than like encouraging words or a letter and a note, just wait till the end at the end of the year. Because our students will kind of share and like, my prayer warrior gave us this, and we just don't want to show favoritism. This is, like I said, we want to see a family, and we don't want to make sure one feels more loved than others when all of us are equally loved.
Are we limited to one letter a month, or can we write more than one?
If you would like to write more than one, I didn't want to be like, you had to write one every single day, because that's, I know you guys have other things to do. So, no, you are not limited to once a month, but that's kind of the, not bare minimum, but the least of what we would ask. So, well, if there are no more questions, Michelle, would you like to pray us out?
Can I say something first?
Yeah, of course, please.
When do we start?
We said we're not gonna start until the end of August.
End of August, yes. I can have Roger email you guys of when we can start, but, yeah. I know, and we go. So, yes, come.
Okay. So even though this is, I'm going to give credit to Megan, this is definitely her brainchild, but when she brought it to us, I was so excited about the potential for this, because one of the things, as she mentioned, I'm the senior high youth director, and one of the things that I think is so important for our young people to know is they're not just the young people over there doing fun stuff. We are a family here at Faith, and we're all at different seasons of life, but there's benefits to interacting and interweaving those seasons of life. You can learn from them, they can learn from you, and yes, it's important too to still have our individual activities that we enjoy. But the power of prayer, it seems like such a simple thing, because it is such a simple thing. But sometimes the simple things get lost in the clutter and the busyness of the day. And I know Megan is very intentional, and I am very intentional when we meet with our young people to instill the importance of prayer and how it can just be. In fact, I had a kid that didn't want to pray at the end of Sunday school yesterday, and we were talking about not being afraid of saying a wrong word or mispronouncing something or not knowing even what to say, that God just wants that open dialogue. And when I pray in front of him, and you're about to find out, because I'm going to pray us out, and you're about to see my skills, it's genuine communication, and to not get so caught up and it has to be this perfect thing or something's wrong. And just as Megan has said, I've had personal experiences in my life when people that I did not know prayed for me, and prayed for Micah, actually, when he was born. It was a pretty critical thing. And people prayed that didn't even know us or him. And I felt the impact of that prayer, and I saw the impact of that prayer, no matter how it was going to turn out. And as you all know, he's here lighting candles on Sundays. So it ended well. But feeling the power of that prayer, what it really brought to our family was a peace. No matter what was going to happen, people were praying for peace and strength. And so those are the things that I want our kids to know, and that you guys are actively, they may know you, they may not know you. And that's why I think it's great that they're not going to know who you are, whether they know you or not within the church, to just know that people in this church care about their well-being. And this is a tough time to be anybody on the earth, but definitely a tough time to be a young person on this earth. So that they're going to have you guys in their corner praying for you. I'm so glad that Megan brought this program, and bear with us as you have lots of questions and we may not know the exact answers yet or how it's exactly going to work out. So you guys are on this inaugural journey with us to figure out how it's all going to work out. But we all know that God works all things for good, And I think we will feel his hand in this as well. And at the end of a school year, I hope we're sharing stories about, wow, this was so awesome. And that's what it's about. So that's my 2 cents. And if there are no other questions, I'll give my shot at a prayer. Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us all here safely today. Thank you for listening to us, listening to your children. Thank you for teaching us about prayer and the power of prayer, and something that you instruct us to do, you encourage us to do, and you encourage us to share with others. Thank you for that gift, and thank you for this time to come together to kick off this program here at Faith, to embrace our young people, and really all of us, Lord, with the blessing of your love and your comfort and your strength and your peace and all of those things that you opened up to us if we just ask. Lord, be with us on this journey. Thank you for a beautiful day. And we ask all of this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
All right.